What are y'all doing? There's definitely going to be a tutorial. I have just been doing all sorts of stuff. Who am I kidding? I spent an hour making the brown sugar shaken oat milk latte syrup. That's really where I've been. I was going to come on here and be like, oh, I've been doing stuff, been so busy. No, I've been making coffee concoctions. But there's definitely going to be a tutorial. I just kind of threw this on. So this is the new Rare Beauty eye primer. And I was seeing what it does. So it completely dries down. It's not one of the tacky bases, but I kind of just threw it on with the wand. And then I kind of liked this. So I'm wild today. But I really want to do a real spicy look with this. So this is what we're going to be using today. This is the Avani Gregg Morphe palette. It's beautiful. So I already kind of filmed with it once for TikTok, but I want to recreate that exact look. I haven't posted the TikTok yet, but I want to do it. It was a stunning cut crease. I'm talking like the colors were just so cool, and I just wanted to do that. I feel like anytime I have a Morphe palette, I just want to do a cut crease. But before I wipe this off, let's just kind of throw a color on it. Is there a shimmer here? You know what? I just noticed there's only like 2 shimmers. Let's just throw this shimmer on top right here. This isn't the color I'm going to be using, but I wanted to see. Oh, it's pretty though. It still has some grabbing power. I feel like it might be good if you're a little afraid of these very tacky bases. I feel like this might be a really good starter base, because the other ones can get out of control sometimes. But I feel like this still has the grabbing power, but it's not wet. See, it's not even really moving. Kind of just barely wipes away, but barely. But it still has that grabbing power. So that's cool. 4 days later, and I'm finally getting around to a tutorial. I'm telling y'all, I'm wild today. Want to know what I was doing now? I was literally outside, standing in the sunshine. And I had just washed this blanket, and it was line dry. And then I wrapped myself in this blanket, and I just stood there. I think TikTok has fried me. But you guys need a tutorial. We gotta do those daily tutorials. Where did my brush go? Okay, I got it. I'm gonna grab my Anissa eye treatment brush, and I'm gonna start with some clean canvas. I'm using the shade Fair. And I want you to already notice that I'm not even really worrying about my lid. You're gonna see why in a little while. I think I'll film a reel on that too. I'm gonna show you here, but I think I might film a reel. I feel like it's really informative what I'm about to do. So we're just gonna take that through there. That looks about right. So we're gonna grab this palette. This is the Avani Gregg Morphe palette. So beautiful. And the last time I did this, I grabbed this shade. This is a Mario E5. Just grab that dark blue. And you'll notice that the product is only on one side of the brush. So we wanna take that side, and we wanna kind of face that towards the ceiling. And then we kind of wanna press. And I'm kind of even pressing upwards. I want you to also notice that I took this out of my crease. So you notice how when I completely relax, you can still see it. So we're kind of taking that out, and then I'll kind of tilt my head back because I know where my crease is. But if you're still trying to figure it out, I'm picking up more product. If you're still trying to figure it out, you can lean your head back, but I feel that if you're just kind of figuring out how to do a cut crease, keeping your eye open for a second is going to be best. Don't worry if any of this gets on the lid. Don't worry about this. Just really kind of focus on finding that shape. Now, we're going to grab this shade. This is honestly the coolest shade in the palette. You're going to see why in just a second. I switched to a MAC 228S. And now we're just going to take this and start to kind of tap above. Really take your time. We are going to be using black eyeshadow. I'll do this side too. So that'll add even more depth. But right now we're kind of just transitioning this navy. And I'm going to keep tapping in. When I'm picking up the product here in the pan, I'm honestly lightly tapping. So I'm just going just like that. I'm not going back and forth. I'm not loading up my brush because we don't want to add too much product here at first. So let's take our time and just kind of press that into the eyeshadow base. Now I'm taking this Scott Barnes 61 and I'm using that same shade. And because it's a little bit bigger, it's going to cover more space and really melt these colors together. So I've just went in just one time into the shade, and I'm just going to kind of keep going back and forth. But look how cool that shade is. I love it. I'm going to do the same thing over here as well. I already have a little bit over here. I haven't picked up any more on my brush. Just kind of keep going back and forth, and that's going to create kind of a third transition out there. I'm going to go ahead and wipe it on Sheila, and then I'm going to grab the white from the palette, and we'll just press that onto our brow bone. So we're already to my favorite part. So we're going to grab some micellar water. You guys have probably seen me do this, but I've started doing this for my cut creases, and it's just made them so much easier. And I feel that cut creases are something a lot of us still struggle with. So take some micellar water, and this is just a concealer brush, and I'm going to take it through here. And then all we have to do is just keep wiping that. And then once we get this done, I mean, look at how precise and clean that is. That's so cool. Then I wipe my brush off, just kind of dried it off a little bit. We can come back in and really get nice and precise. Nice and precise. And just kind of keep going back and forth. Right here needs a little extra work. Wipe off your brush on something dry. And this is where the micellar water just starts drying. And then if you're thinking, well, it's going to take off the eyeshadow primer, take your finger, tap it. That'll dry it, and then we can just put the eyeshadow base right back on top. Look at that. Then I'm going to grab this angled brush. This one's a prototype, but it's just an angled liner brush. You can see that there. And we're going to go into the black shade. So these you can wet. I'm not going to wet it. Maybe we should just do both. I don't know. I don't know what I did last time. I was just trying things out. And then we're going to place this at the very bottom of the blue, right where we cleaned up. This is just going to add that extra dimension. Oh, that looks spiced, okay? Woo! This palette is performing, let me tell y'all. Let's take it all the way over there. I want to film a reel right now. Did y'all hear her back there? She says, no ma'am, it's my time to shine. She's hitting us with the hits. Waiting for the washer to finish. Let's try out the new primer. This is the new Rare Beauty primer. So this one is Pore Diffusing Primer. So we're going to pop it right there. That's probably too much. I'm actually just going to take from right here. I don't want to go overboard with my primer. And I feel like I should talk about this more often, but a lot of times we use too much primer. And what that will do is lift and separate foundation. Foundation is very temperamental. I don't know why more people don't talk about it. But let's just try this much. See, that was more than enough. So I'm going to apply that kind of through the center. And that's going to be more than enough. Yeah, I can already feel it. I was about to do another pump because don't know why. I'm glad I only did the one. Okay, it feels amazing. It feels incredibly lightweight, and it really took down all the shine through the center of my face. That's an A+ so far. All right, I filmed my reel. I'm going to finish in a minute. But I got what I needed done. I'm just going to go ahead and cover my lid with some more clean canvas because we did wipe that away, and we still need that base. That way we can layer this pretty blue shadow on top. Then I grabbed this shade from the palette. I'm telling you, these are really cool colors. I know you feel like we might have seen these, but they're really different. And then I'm pressing this in with my Scott Barnes 61. Just kind of go back and forth, really press it into that eyeshadow base. So cool. Just keep packing it on. Then I'm going to grab this shade just with my finger. Such a cool shade. And I'm going to pop this right in the center of my lid. We'll use this as our inner corner later as well. This is a really cool shade because it's kind of like a blue-pink flip. It was different. I loved it. Again, I keep saying it in a past tense, but I did this look already on TikTok, and you'll see that later. I'm going to grab this pretty vulgar gel liner. I kind of scoop it out, and then I just put it on the back of my hand. And then I work it around, really kind of warm it up. Again, this brush is a prototype, but stay tuned. And then I need to do another in-depth wing liner. I did one not too long ago for hooded eyes. So if you check my saved highlights, you'll see that. We're going thick today. We're thick. But I will say lately, thought you guys would just want to see this, it's kind of fun. Lately I've been finishing the tail of the wing with a pen liner. Let me show you. We'll grab this Maybelline liner. I didn't finish filling it in only because I wanted to show you, so then I'll finish this way. Just the very end. I didn't tag it. This is actually one of my favorite liners, so if you're in the mood for a new liner, this one's really, really easy to use. It's really black and it does stay in place. I love it. I'm gonna do my Milani Foundation. This is actually a different shade, so when I went to buy it, I bought two. I wanted to see how this one looked. This is in the shade Creamy Natural. So I'm kind of just warming it up here, and then I'm just gonna place it on my face. I really do like this foundation. I'm excited about it. I think I like the other shade better, but we'll see. My Anisa Pinnacle foundation brush, and we'll just kind of melt this in. It's so good. Pop on these lashes. These are the Style Celine from MOTD. There we go. I'm almost sweeping back there. Woo, these are cute. So my IG fam gets to see my first impression on this. I've not used this. I got this the other day when I went out and ventured to CVS. It was wild, but the lights were so bright. So I'm gonna grab this. This is the Milani. I'm sure most of you have tried this, but I've never tried it. It's the Conceal and Perfect Long Wear Concealer. I'll have to do a wear test on it, but this is kind of gonna be my first impressions. It seems a little dark. They didn't have that many shades when I went, so I just grabbed this one. It actually looks lighter in the tube than it does here, so that's a little spicy wild. Let's see how it blends out. I have my angle concealer brush here. Oh, see, but when you kind of press it in, it does look lighter. It's nice and pigmented. I like that. And then kind of connect it. Oh, that's pretty. Doesn't feel heavy. I like it. So I love the finish, but I wish I had a lighter color. But I do like it. I just wish it was a hair lighter and pinker. Just a hair. I'm gonna grab this Soul Body bronzer. I'm using the shade Medium. It's nice. I've used it a couple times now. So I'm just kind of pressing this in, and I'm using my Anisa Beauty Buffing Bronzer Brush. And then I'll just kind of take it here, and I'm really just warming up my nose, not contouring, just kind of warming it up so it matches the rest of my face. So for blush, we're going to use this Milk Cosmetics. This is their Cream Blush Light in the shade Honey Thief. I'm going to grab this Rare Beauty brush. And we'll just, oh, she's pigmented. She's a pigmented one. Ooh, this is so pretty though. And notice that I'm just kind of applying it through here. I'm not going to bring it down this way. I'm kind of going to keep it through here. Whatever's left, we can tap through here, across the nose, and our chin. Before we add any powder, let's go back over everything one more time with our foundation brush. Make sure everything's melted together. Just kind of press it in. Did you hear Mama sneezing in my last slide? Bless you, Mama. I'm gonna start setting my face, and I'm gonna grab this pink powder from Lorac. I've been trying this one out. And we're just gonna go ahead and press this in. This puff here I have is from Beauty Blender. I do enjoy it, but honestly, I love the black ones that I get from Amazon for like $8, just as much, and if not more. I just have this one on hand, and my other ones are dirty. But take note how long I take pressing this powder in underneath my eye. Let's kind of match our waterline here. This is ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Prance. That's cool. So now we're going to grab the dark blue on the MAC 228S. And you'll see me do this, and what that's going to do is it's actually going to catch any fallout. Oh yeah. And then we'll take that really cool color and just kind of buff it out just a little bit. So then we're going to grab that same shade that is here on our lid, and we're going to make that our inner corner. And then I want to do a pink lip, not a bright pink. You ever notice I don't do bright pink lips? It's not my favorite. How pretty is this color? So this is Bobby Brown. I think it's a liquid lipstick. I could be wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. It's in the shade Hippie Shake. Oh, it's the Crushed Liquid Lip. I'm just putting on stuff. I don't know what it is. But the color is so perfect. I want to use a little bit mauvier lip liner. Let me grab one. And I also want to know if this is going to dry down. So we're about to find out. Stay tuned. Okay, did I just find my new favorite lip color? I think I did. So I grabbed this lip liner. This is from Sorbet. It's in the shade Tease. This is so pretty. I love it. Honestly, I really think this is my new favorite. I'm going to post a reel tonight. I better quit squawking because I feel like I'm about to run out of space here on my story. I love you guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.